Bradford to Barcelona, 2,200 kilometers, 8 days, 3 lads. Give us a subscribe, give us a follow, like the video, and this is how we found from cycling from Bradford to Barcelona in 8 days.
This is the 1,000th time they've played this song. I'm going to cut my own ears off.
Day 3, we woke up in Cairn because we'd got the ferry. The weather was awful. I just remember getting off the ferry. It was absolutely pouring with rain. We were all a bit miserable. No one really said anything. We had to wait in the passport queue for an hour. But then we started rolling to Paris. Unfortunately, very early on into the day, I dropped my camera. It was a sad day. R.I.P.
Just came roaring down this hill and Jack's camera came flying out of his back pocket, and we looked over, we found the camera body but the battery's gone, the memory card, I mean the camera's smashed to bits anyway, so we're a little bit devo. Today has not gone too well so far. Really pleased that heat wave has ended. So we've just got to France. Good morning, day 3. We are now rolling. It's still raining, but not too bad. It's about, I think, 45 minutes standing in that passport queue in the rain. So. Bridge pawn. Oh God. So that flashing pharmacy sign behind me says 34 degrees. But as you know, we've been riding in the rain all day, up until about an hour ago. So we've stopped in this little town. We're literally drying all our clothes, our passports, which were inside a bag, and they got wet. So we're trying to dry everything out before the last 125k to Paris. Bonjour. Finally time. Both of Jack's wheels have just been spaffing everywhere for 3 days now. So they've now been changed for inner tubes, guaranteeing a pinch puncher in about 6k's time.
I rolled into the local Intersport, paid 150 quid for a camera, only shot JPEG. It's super you know, super cheap Sony point and shoot, and that was what the rest of the shots were on. So I was in a bit of a sulk for at least 2 hours that day, and then we needed to make up some time because it was a longer day of nearly 300k. We were doing through and offs, which was a bit mental. We're doing 5k each, which felt like a lifetime. We're all pushing sort of 270 to 300 watts on the front. Doesn't sound like a lot, but was felt like a big innings. And we finally made it, got in the evening, and I think we were all ready for a bit of rest. The scenery was absolutely stunning across northern France and along the Seine. So yeah, I had an amazing day that day, minus the mishap.
So I threw one off in slow motion. I don't think any of us thought this morning we'd ever get 18k from Paris. It's turned into a pretty incredible day. Absolutely incredible.
Day 4 of the magical mystery tour. So we've been staying in Airbnbs predominantly. One of the criteria I had was that all the Airbnbs needed to have a washing machine, because there's nothing worse than waking up and putting on dirty or sweaty kit. So bad for the chamois over 8 days of riding, and if and when you get saddle sore, you don't really recover. So yeah, I actually slept pretty well that night in Paris, and then we woke up ready to roll. It was a new day. Hopefully there were going to be no more mishaps of cameras. Did have some mishaps that day. My punctures had finally given way. I'd been through the tyres, tried tubes, I'd done everything. Front punctures, back punctures. It just wasn't my day. So we rolled into a bike shop, 2 new tyres, and we were off. Just remember the scenery being amazing as we rode down to Nevers, and yeah, really enjoyed the day. We were all a little bit tired, you know, day 4 of that kind of adventure is always going to start to take a toll, but spirits were good, enjoyed rolling. It was a beautiful day along canals, and went past some cool places on the way out of Paris. Obviously did Arc de Triomphe and the cobbles, past Raphael's, ticked off halfway, which was a big milestone. We hadn't really started any of the climbing yet though. That was in for us the next few days, so we were happy to get in, had a big feed, and that was that.
Day 4, Paris to Nevers. We're just about to try and roll through the very centre of Paris, including the Champs-Elysees, and we left late, so it's probably about 8 AM, so this should be fun. Arc de Triomphe. There she is, in all her glory, on a GoPro, looking 1 centimetre high. Welcome to French with Rusty. So we've made it outside of Paris. We're south of Paris now. I don't know how far we've gone actually, but we managed to get coffees, dirty croissants, and a bit of jambon. So we're all living the dream. We're pumped, we're frothing, we're ready to roll. 92k to go, so we must have done about 190. Pretty much all cycle paths today, next to the river. I think it's still the Seine. It's the same Seine, all the way south. Easy riding, super quiet, all dreamy. And we're just sticking with our 5k through and off. So we just got to row this out, and then we're golden. 25.42 to go. Last bug of the day. 5k to go. We love it.
I'm gonna split the video here so it doesn't get out of hand, but stay tuned. Days 5 to 8 are coming next.